Give thanks for tuning in again. Welcome to Crystal Delphia. Ye that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say to the Church of Philadelphia. See? This is part 4 to the Sodomite agenda. Now, like I said in every last one of these videos, I said, please watch these in the right sequence. Okay? So I'm not going to do too much of a backdrop on this one, because on every last one I did a backdrop on the previous one, and that takes away from me getting to the meat of the subject matter, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to keep, going back and hoping that everybody is watching these in the right order. So, for those who have not been seeking for a long time and doing some extensive research, and it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Not seek third, not seek fourth or fifth. Seek first, and very few people seek first. People are seeking, but those who seek first kind of stand out. These people are very, very inquisitive about life and nature, and these people kind of gravitate towards each other. See? Now, the age of dogma is over, guys. Remember, dogma was attached. Remember the book Dogma and Morals, or is it Moral and Dogma from Howard Pike? You know what I mean? The age of that Piscean age is over, guys. I mean, I'm quite sure you can already see that. You don't even have to be awakened to see that. So, that age of dogma is over. The mother has returned as the Olmecs and the Mayans and the Aztecs and the Washita and the Yamasee, and all of the indigenous knew about the return of this goddess, in some cultures symbolized as a serpent. See, they knew about the return of this mother. That's why they built serpent mounds in the format of the return of this goddess energy, who we call Un Amatu. And I can even give your brother Dr. York credit for teaching about Un Amatu. See? Or who they call Amma. So, back to the conflict between the Rastafari movement and the Sodomite military. I don't even know what to call them. But anyway, you want to talk about the mafia, you don't want to fuck with them. See? Now, we know that there's no power, no sorcery, no wickedness, no evil greater than the power of the mother. No obia. This is the source of all of that. You see, if you get a 9, you know that after 9 there's 10, but the 10 is just 1 with another 0. There's your 1-0 theory. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to let somebody else get into that for me. I feel like Tupac. I don't got to get into certain things. Just let my young boys ride on them. But anyway, just making sure you guys paying attention. But I know if you haven't been researching for a while, I would expect you to think that everything that I'm saying is crazy because they put out so much fuckery and misinformation so that when the real deal comes, it will be mixed and intermingled with all the other misinformation that it wouldn't even matter if you was to tell the truth because they had to put out so many lies that you wouldn't see the truth even if you heard it or seen it. Seen? So, that's the reason why everyone's a little confused right now, and the confusion is part of, it's good because one thing, people are confused because they're asking questions and they're trying to figure out what's going on, and I think that's a good thing. Not talking about the confusion of, us being asleep and lost, like we already know that. But even in the awakening process, there's a little bit of confusion. If the guides and guardians don't come to help guide you, or your what you call your guardian angel. See? So I'm here to tell you that a lot of the Rastafari brethren that were making music back in the day, back in the even 90s, 70s, or whatever, they seen what was going on in the music industry, and they seen what was going on inside of the recording studios, and they seen a lot of sodomite activity. So they addressed these things. How they articulated this subject matter may have not been very scholarly, but it was addressed by lions whose job is to protect the tribe, to protect the pride. You know what I mean? When the lion see or smell something going on, the male lion, he gets up and he starts sniffing like, oh, something ain't right. You know what I mean? So, his job as the alpha lion to protect his queen and the tribe. It's still a matriarchal order, even with the way the lions roll. The lion is there to protect. So he gets up and he sniff and, give off his roar. The roar is just a warning. When the lion is more of a threat when he's not roaring. But anyway, so I'm here to tell you that everything has been exposed. If you ever watch End Time with Justin Timberlake, as I stated before in another reasoning session, at the end of the movie, they gave back everybody their time, and the system started to collapse by two individuals just making a certain move. And I'm here to tell you that's actually what's happening at this time. I know you've been bombarded with so much news of how much everything is fucked up and how the planet is messed up. We know this, okay? The good news is, and if you haven't watched the movie End Time with Justin Timberlake, when you watch the end of the movie, it's actually a good ending. The system collapsed and they had to reset again, So that is actually what's happening at this time. That's why a lot of people are speaking about these subject matters, like, transvestigation of these celebrities and the sodomite agenda and all of that. But, they haven't been researching for a while, so, it's new to them, so they get hype, and people, they pick up information and they disseminate information, soon after they get it, as if they, been studying it for a long time themselves, which is cool. Maybe their intentions is cool, They just trying to get the information out there, I'm here to tell you there's no need to fear. Now, I said something about a 9 earlier, and I got off track. But let me tell you about the 6 before I get into the 9. Every geometrical shape there is sacred. There is no evilness in any geometrical shape. See, sacred geometry teaches us that all forms of natural geometry is sacred, whether it has 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, or 7 sides. Seen? So if something is a shape that has 6 sides, it doesn't make it evil. Okay, from the level of sacred geometry. A question that I had before my awareness of the profoundness of sacred geometry. A question I had a long time ago when I was trying to, crack a few codes, and I knew about the 5-pointed star and the 6-pointed star and things like that. And its relation, in the 5-pointed star and its relationship between the black woman and the black woman being the 5-pointed star, and according to the science that I was taught, and the black or the man being the 6-pointed star, having a third leg per se. So when you invert a 5-pointed star, it looks different from a 6-pointed star, because you can't invert a 6-pointed star. If you flip it upside down, it still looks the same. So a 5-pointed star turned upside down, from what I used to teach as well, in the symbolism of it within inside of their orders of woman's Freemasonry, like the Eastern Star Order, which is the woman's order of Freemasonry. Their symbol is a star upside down. So if this 5-pointed star is supposedly representing a woman standing upright with her head facing up as a natural person stands, why is the symbolism for this order of Freemasonry having a 5-pointed star inverted with the head facing the ground and the legs standing in the sky? So that you can get the imagery of what I'm talking about. Let me pause for a second so you can think about that. Now, all right. Now, anyway, so this Eastern Star symbol of a 5-pointed star upside down, and we see, and there's so many people crying on YouTube about this star and Baphomet and all of this. Excuse me, my hand got in the way. Crying about these things, and they don't really understand the root, and they don't understand the science that these people are dealing with. Seen? So to make it simple for you guys, because I'm not here to be up all night trying to break a bunch of Kabbalah and hand signs and all of this, and point out Illuminati members inside of no. That's like people who are just waking up, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, this Sodomite agenda has been addressed by the Rastafari community a long time ago. So you guys are just wiping the coal out of your eye. You feel me, eye? Anyway, it's cool. I'm not here to promote anger or violence. Whatever you do with this insight, you do whatever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what emotion to have. Seen? What I am here to tell you, the truth and the reality. Seen? Yes, there is a difference between truth and reality, but we're going to get into that another time. But there's so much to say about this. I think I'm going to cut it because I believe that within all of these different levels or these different segments of this, all the way up until now, I think I brung up a couple points and I dropped a couple jewels for you to listen to them and do your own investigation and not follow behind my opinions or whatever the case may be. You know, you get the facts and you formulate your own opinion. You know, of course, mine's is coming from a Rasta perspective, but everyone has their own angle. What's the difference between an angle and an angel? It's damn near the same word. You already know. So, start giving the children natural foods. Give them some linseed oil. Linseed oil is good for balancing the hormones. It's good to counteract the fuckery of the food and the estrogen that they put in the food. So get yourself tons of flaxseed or linseed oil and start giving it to the children and take it yourself. It's good for you. Anyway, make sure that you keep your children's oil field shielded with some gemstones and crystals because your children are being attacked by rays and all types of things and shit coming out the music and all types of demons. Okay, but I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to give you a tool that you can use to actually counteract the fuckery and not get scared of the fuckery. See, there is no force greater than the mother, and she gives us the tools that we need to counteract. So we're not going to talk about chemtrails and how it's killing us. We're going to get the Oregon pyramids and protect our homes from the from the chemtrails. So there's always a method to counteract. See? And we're not here to cry about agendas and give these things more power. See? Like I say all the time, Rastaman not here to kick knowledge. I'm just trying to give you some things that you can apply. See? So, back to that 6. Once again, if you turn the 6 up around again, you turn it upside down, or if you invert a 6 or whatever you want to call it, flip it, it turns into a 9. See? It's the same symbol. It's the same digit flipped in reverse. So as we know, as for all of you people who love to talk about 9 ether, see, for my 9 etheric individuals, don't get scared about no 666. And if they say that is 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons, and that being melanin and all that good stuff, but still, whatever the case may be, turn it into 999. Embrace the power of the Divine Mother, and she will protect and guide you. Seeing no weapon formed against I shall prosper. It just won't work. See? You already know. So I'm here to let you know that all of those reggae artists who were trying to warn the population about the Sodomite takeover, they were on it. Seeing people were just now digesting that which has been spoken upon. This is no new subject matter, but keep investigating, keep digging, keep searching. Seeing, embrace the masculine and the feminine. Embrace the Holy Trinity is when, the mother and the father become one flesh. Seen, and the only way for the mother and the father to become one flesh, you have to be pro-procreation. So I'm not anti anything. I'm not anti this, anti that, anti government, anti homosexual. I'm just pro procreation because, we were supposed to be fruitful, not fruity. See? But at the same time, I'm not here to judge. To say judge not, for the way you judge, the way you shall be judged, and all of that. See, I'm here just trying to do what I have to do so that I can ascend and keep my scales balanced. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I am here to express myself, like Dr. Dre say. You know what I mean? So, give thanks. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. Don't get lost in the sauce, and don't bow down to the Sodomite agenda. At the same time, don't turn into a pillar of salt trying to save the world from it.